This video, it's about the long division of polynomials, how to divide two polynomials. Here is the question: divide the polynomials and write the answer using the dividend. The dividend is the polynomial in the numerator. The divisor is the polynomial in the denominator. The quotient and the remainder will be defined later on. So we use a table like this, and then we put the dividend on this side here: 2x4 minus x3 plus 4x minus 3. We use this table. We put the dividend on this side, so 2x4 minus x3. There is no term in x2. We put 0x2 because we need to write the polynomial in standard form. On this side here, we put the divisor, which is x2 minus 1. And then we start. Let's put step number 1 here. We look at the term with the highest power in the dividend, and that is 2x4. We divide it by the term with the highest power in the divisor, which is x2. Now x2 can be written as 1 times x2, so the division will give me 2 over 1 x4 over x2. This simplifies to 2x4 minus 2, which simplifies again to 2x2. Now these polynomials goes here, 2x2 with 0x2, the like terms. The next step, we take this polynomial 2x2 and we multiply it by the divisor, which is x2 minus 1. This is the divisor here. Now we're multiplying 2x2 by x2, that gives me 2x4, minus 2x2 by minus 1 gives me minus 2x2. What do I do now? I take this polynomial and I put it here under the dividend, 2x4 minus 2x2. Now I am putting like terms in the same column, 2x4 to x4, and then 0x2 minus 2x2. Next step is to subtract this polynomial from the one above it, which is the dividend. So 2x4, now there is a minus here. So 2x4 minus 2x4, that gives me 0. Minus x3, there is no x3 here, so we can put 0. That gives me minus x3. And then 0x2 minus 2x2, that gives me plus 2x2. Now the 4x minus 3, I just bring them down here. So 4x and minus 3. Next step, step number 3. I go to the polynomial, this polynomial here, and I look for the term with the highest power, minus x3. I divide it again by the same highest term with the highest power in the divisor, that is x2. That gives me negative x. Now what do I do with the negative x? Again, I go back to here, and I write it down here. Now when I finish, this will be the quotient. When I finish the division, this will be the quotient. So I'm putting the minus x to the quotient, and I do the same thing I did before. Minus x, I multiplied by the divisor, so that gives me minus x3, and then minus x with the minus 1, that gives me plus x. What do I do? Again, I go and put it here under the last polynomial in the division, so minus x3 plus x. Again, I'm aligning the term with the like terms. So again, I'm going to subtract this polynomial, I'm going to subtract this polynomial from the one above it. Now I have minus x3 minus x3 minus x3, so plus x3, that gives me 0. 2x2, there is 0 here, so 2x2 minus 0, that gives me 2x2. And then 4x minus x, that gives me plus 3x. And then the minus 3, I just bring it down here. Now the next step, so the step number 3, I take the term with the highest power, 2x2, and I divide it by the term with the highest power in the divisor, x2. Now this will give me 2. What do I do with the 2? I go and put it at in the quotient, plus 2. Next step, I take the 2 and multiply it by the divisor, x2 minus 1, that will give me 2x2 minus 2. Where do I put it? I put it here. 2x, here it's 2x2, so 2x2 minus 2, aligning like terms. I am going to subtract again this polynomial from the one above it. So here is the subtraction, 2x2 minus 2x2, that will give me 0. 3x, there is no term in x, so it's a 0. 3x minus 0, that gives me 3x. And then minus 3 minus 2, one here. It's minus 3 plus 2, and that gives me now minus the degree of this polynomial is 1. The degree of the divisor here, it's 2. When the degree of this polynomial is less than the degree of the divisor, we stop, we finish the division process. Now this is called the remainder. Okay, now how do we write the division? There are two ways to write the division. 2x, the first one is to write that minus x3 plus 4x minus 3 divided by the divisor, x2 minus 1, is equal, here we put the quotient. Now the quotient is 2x2 minus x plus 2. This is the quotient again. This is the quotient. Plus we put the remainder here. Remember, this is the remainder. 3x minus 1. And then here we put the divisor. So this is one way to write the division process or the answer. The second way to write the division is take this, multiply all the terms by x2 minus 1 and simplify. So this term here, multiplied by x2 minus 1 will simplify to 2x 4 minus x3 plus 4x minus 3, which is the dividend, is equal to this, the quotient, multiplied by x2 minus 1 plus the remainder. So two forms to write the division, and the second form is useful if you want to check your calculations. So you go on this side and you expand these terms here. So 2x2 by x2, that gives me 2x4. 2x2 by minus 1 minus 2x2. minus x by x2 minus x3 minus x by minus 1 plus x, and then 2x2 and minus 2, the multiplication here, plus 3x minus 1. Let's group the like terms on this side here. Now we have 2x4, it's the only term with x4. We have minus x3. I'm writing the polynomial in standard form. So 2x4 gone, x3 gone. Now I have minus 2x2 plus 2x2, that's 0x2. And then, so this is counted for. And then I have got the x plus 3x, that's 4x. And then minus 2, minus 1, minus 3. And we can see that this and the dividend are equal. Therefore, the division is correct. And the answer is given here. You can use this to write the answer, or this one here. And in general, if you are dividing a polynomial p by polynomial d, small d, this will give you the quotient plus the remainder over the divisor. This can also be written as the polynomial p, which is the dividend, is equal to the quotient multiplied by the divisor d plus the remainder.